Google's Wear OS platform has had its fair share of ups and downs over the years, mostly downs. Perhaps the greatest issue has been slow progress on hardware. Most Google-powered watches sold right now use the Snapdragon Wear 3100, a 2-year-old SoC built on the same 28nm process that the Snapdragon 800 from 2014 used. Qualcomm promised to finally address battery life and performance limitations with the new Snapdragon Wear 4100 chipset, and the Ticwatch Pro 3 is the first Wear OS smartwatch to use it. It also comes with 8GB of storage and 1GB of RAM. Hey guys, I'm Chris, welcome to my channel. I'll be giving you guys a full in-depth review of the Ticwatch Pro 3 in today's video. Please subscribe to my channel to get notified each time I upload useful contents like this. With that said, let's get straight into today's video. Google's Ticwatch Pro 3 GPS is the first Wear OS watch to use a newer, faster chip designed to breathe new life into the stagnant smartwatch line. Not only is the Snapdragon Wear 4100 faster than its predecessors, but the Ticwatch Pro 3 also performs better than the Galaxy Watch 3 with Samsung's Exynos 9110 and the Apple Watch Series 6 with the Apple S6. At $299.99, the Ticwatch Pro 3 GPS is not an impulse buy. But the price is about right for what Mobvoi has created. The Ticwatch Pro 3 follows the same general design blueprint as previous Ticwatch Pro models. If you didn't like the dual material, rugged-like look before, you still won't like it now. It looks like the result of an AI algorithm that has generated the most average-looking smartwatch in the world. It's entirely inoffensive, being far from ugly, or indeed, beautiful. It's simply a well-built smartwatch that's designed to live on your wrist without drawing any attention to itself. A simple dial, with 2 buttons on the right, a rubber strap with orange stitching to hint at leather ancestry, and that's pretty much it. It's comfortable enough to forget you're even wearing it, and it's not overly bulky either, despite its smart innards. Easily mistaken for a regular watch, it's a great look for people on the hunt for a tech-packed timepiece without the bling. One of the Ticwatch Pro 3's most attractive features is the dual display setup. This smartwatch has a round 1.39-inch AMOLED Retina screen with a resolution of 454 by 454 pixel. On top of this display is a low-power, always-on secondary FSTN screen. This display can show time, date, steps, battery, and some workout stats all while the main display is powered off. The secondary display on the Ticwatch Pro 3 is transflective, which means it's visible under ambient light without needing a backlight. For the Pro 3, Mobvoi added a dedicated, low-powered backlight for this display so that you'll always be able to see this light without having to wake the main AMOLED screen. If you set the wrist gesture to wake the display when you lift the wrist, it will turn the AMOLED screen on. If you leave this wrist gesture off, the FSTN's backlit display will illuminate, instead of the main display, when you lift your wrist. There's an adaptive brightness feature on the Pro 3, and there's even an option to let the auto brightness lean brighter or dimmer. If you've stepped outside and can't see the display because you have it set too dim, you can double-press the upper watch button for a temporary brightness boost, very convenient. What makes the Ticwatch Pro 3 enjoyable to use, as mentioned earlier, is its software, now much faster and lag-free than previous Wear OS devices thanks to that Snapdragon Wear 4100 chip. Not only is the Snapdragon Wear 4100 faster than its predecessors, but the Ticwatch Pro 3 also performs better than the Galaxy Watch 3 with Samsung's Exynos 9110 and the Apple Watch Series 6 with the Apple S6. Battery life is about 3 days of full real use. This is much better than the Apple Watch's barely 24 hours on a single charge, but falls far short of the Fitbit Sense's 5-6 days or Huawei's watches, which can go 2 full weeks. Charging, unfortunately, is done via a proprietary cable. I suppose this is the case for 99% of smartwatches. A full charge takes about 2 hours. In terms of fitness tracking, the Ticwatch Pro 3 does a solid job. It tracks steps and heart rate with good accuracy as far as I can tell, and it can automatically detect exercises too. There are even sensors to detect stress and blood oxygen levels. The Ticwatch Pro 3 packs a suite of TicWatch-made workout and health apps, which are all branded with the Tic prefix, Tic Exercise, Tic Health, Tic Sleep, and so on. This divvies the expected features pretty cleanly, though you'll keep getting prompted to feed all your biometric data back to your Mobvoi account. The Tick Exercise app works well enough with 13 workouts to choose from, though its interface makes some odd, unintuitive choices, like not having a stop exercise button. You have to press and hold the lap command, or press and hold the lower right physical button on the watch's side. If you want other workout and health options, you can go for Google's Fit suite of apps, which comes pre-installed. The Ticwatch Pro 3 does have GPS, tracking your route during a workout and displaying it. The Ticwatch Pro 3 follows a pretty standard installation of Wear OS, with the usual slide left, right, up, down gesture shortcuts for events, tiles, notifications, control center respectively. If you've ever used a Wear OS watch before, you won't be surprised. Hit the top right button and you'll find all your installed apps in a double column, which is a simple way to sift through your software, though it's not nearly as fancy as the radial selection of apps on the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3, for example, or the swath of icons on the Apple Watch. But the fast chipset makes touch navigation breezy and as quick as you can swipe. There's a generous selection of watch faces, and while we're ordinarily a fan of minimal designs, we've found ourselves picking the faces that packed in the most complications, because, unlike some other watches, the Ticwatch Pro 3's screen resolution is detailed enough to see all of them. Finally, we can see health information like steps and heart rate and check the time, too. The measurable battery life advantage of the Ticwatch Pro 3 GPS compared with other watches with Google's Wear OS was not immediately noticeable in the Ticwatch Pro 3. The difference only becomes apparent when you consider what the Ticwatch Pro 3 can do. All-day SPO2 monitoring, cellular connectivity, motion detection, and GPS tracking would not be possible in this way overall with the Wear OS competition. In practice, features like motion detection definitely motivate users to leave the car behind more often and do some physical activity instead, a side effect that many hope to get with a wearable. However, these features are hardly found in Wear OS watches because they reduce the already short battery life. Okay guys, we've come to the end of our review, which begs the question, should you buy the Ticwatch Pro 3? Of course you should get it if you want a better upgrade from an older Wear OS watch, or you want a health monitoring watch at a relative discount, want a long-lasting battery watch, or really want Assistant, Google Maps, or other features you can't get on Galaxy watches. That's it for today's video guys. Check out the link in the description box below if you want to get the Ticwatch Pro 3 at a more updated price. Turn on the notification bell to get helpful videos like these regularly. Like and share this video if you found it truly helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.